wasting no time.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Hard Carry. We're
road.
carrying CDL matches from Twitch straight to you. We're here checking out Boston Breach versus Vegas Legion. Here's the intros.
They're ready, they're prepared, and so are we. It's time to welcome to the stage one side of our brilliant lower bracket matchup. They're green, they're mean, and they know what they want to do. They want to smoke Vegas. Bring them to the stage, the Boston Breach! We are Vivid, Beans, Awakening, and Nero.
In that last series, Beans got brought back down to earth. Now he's trying to bounce back and make the losers bracket run. Boston Breach all year long have been looking for that big run in the bracket at a major. This is their opportunity against Vegas. Beans needs that bounce back. We'll see if he can do it. Now let's bring out the old man and the Vegas boys, Miles.
Old man and the Vegas boys. We'll find out if Boston are ready to respect their elder. Ladies and gentlemen, they're looking to put it all in on the table right here, right now in Arlington, Texas. Please make some noise for the Las Vegas Legion! TJ Hayes, Temp, Too Real, and Leicester, the Las Vegas Legion.
It's the 90th time Clay has touched that stage here at an event, and it's a
90th?
big moment for the franchise history to make it as far as they have in this tournament thus far. But they don't want to stop here. They want to make it to Sunday, but they got to get through the green that is Boston Breach. It's time to get this final match started.
Oh, this one's gonna be
All right,
spicy.
boys,
Let's do it.
Clean fight, keep everything above the waist, and let's get ready to rumble. We're ready to go! All right, Lando and Stud, let's get it on!
Let's go, Miles. I've been waiting for this opportunity all day long. Jay, you and I have watched 4 matches go, 4 matches pass, but now it's our time, baby.
Yeah.
Boston v. Vegas. Elimination bracket game. This is going to be a blast.
Oh, this is going to be a banger, man. You think about what Vegas were able to do yesterday, winning 2 insane series, the final one versus the LA Thieves. And then the opposite side for Boston Breach, a really tough loss versus that Toronto Ultra roster. They struggled in that game 5, and one player that I really want to focus on is the guy who made all the noise during day 1. It's Beans, man.
Yeah.
He didn't really have the best performance. You heard the Death touch on it. He had a .6 overall, and even worse, in the Search and Destroys, a .33. So Beans has got to step it up.
Yeah, absolutely. We know that, when it comes down to this Boston Breach team, whenever they brought Beans into the lineup, right, it was all about, hey, our slang should improve, our Search and
I got a
Destroy should
Twisted Tea.
improve. Really didn't have that
Some
in that series versus Toronto. I know he was eager to
Devil's
face off
Let's
against
do it.
Scrappy, did not have the W that he would like. So, Boston off of the loss. However, man, for the Vegas Legion, their first matchup of today, last time we saw them,
These bubs look
they
like
were
they're
breaking
going out.
some records. They were going on some runs. Clay and the boys trying to improve this Legion franchise match by match, and they're also trying to break some records when it comes down to placements, Jay. This is for top 4. We're talking about the Legion franchise.
That's insane, man, because I'm pretty sure that would be their best placement ever at a major. Obviously, when you pick up veteran presence, 3-time world champion like Clayster, he has the ability to make it all the way to a championship Sunday. But this map, number 1 for me, is everything for both of these
Last
squads.
in rotation,
Obviously,
Boston. Last.
They need some kind of ground to stand on after a very difficult loss versus Toronto. And then for Vegas Legion, they take this map, number 1, just going forward. When you look at the maps in the modes, that Fortress S&D, which is game 2, that's their best S&D. So map number 1 is everything for me.
Yeah, map number 1 is going to really tell the tape when it comes down to this matchup. The final one of the day, and well, Jay, hallowed ground really for the Vegas Legion. Last time we saw them on this map, they were pretty much strutting their way to one of the greatest comebacks in COD history. They were down 206 to 63 versus the LA Thieves. They managed to bring that game back. We're hoping they don't have to go through the gauntlet like that again. So far, starting the game off nice, 23 unanswered points.
Yeah, they started off on the better side, so they do a great job
There
of
you
just
go,
finding
Nero.
a lot of time off of this P1. But
Looking
Boston
good.
Breach, they're
Big
able to
Wake
find
also
that
with the
break,
kill.
find a couple kills on the map, and maintain
Vivid,
the
they're
better
holding
side
down
for
that
this
right
P2.
side of the map.
For
That's
both
what
of
they
these
need for
squads,
P2.
Pretty sure Boston Breach are dead last when it comes to rotation, and Vegas Legion, they are awful when it comes down to setting up properly for these hills. As Temp He's a guy who just has that beamer on him. Yesterday in Hardpoint alone, he had a 2.0, and he's not slowing down now.
Here they come.
Not at all. Don had a chance to interview him on the stage. You could just tell he feels life. You see some light in his eyes. He's been with this Legion franchise for such a long time, as the break very nearly could be in. That is 3 down. Last player alive. The backside of the spawn is going to be Nero.
They still got some spawns, though.
Boston do get granted with a few spawns toward the back. Vivid, he'll end up coming in from the front. So basically establishes a bit of a pinch for Breach. They take advantage and they hold.
Yeah, that was just good work from Nero to just stay alive towards those back steps, give those spawns to his teammates for them to break
Demon
right back
Wave.
in
Oh,
this final
God,
35
timing.
seconds. Now it's going to force Vegas Legion off the rotation. But now you have to worry about Vivid. He's able to sneak his way right on through. He's already in towards Kitchen. Vegas Legion have to be able to take care of this guy.
Yeah, invest dead silence. Great plays coming in from Reese. We'll see if he can manage to find a 2-piece. That's going to be 1. This other one would be huge.
Vivid
with some
going
early
big.
snaps.
4th
Very
Street.
well could set up Breach in the best position possible. Another 1v1. Awakening tagged up. The nade will land. That is 3 down, and quickly it is 2 real left all by his lonesome, but he ends up finding 2 himself. The new addition to this Legion team, trying to fight back and not allow for Boston to get ahead, get out. Nice and early. A headbutt continues as Legion rush forward.
Such an all-out battle, all into the mix when you talk about this Kitchen Hill so far.
Oh, no.
And so fortunately, Vivid is going to nade himself, but with a little bit of damage from Clay, he's able to pick up that kill with a stun. So with only 25 seconds remaining on towards Kitchen, Boston, they're still putting pressure on it. Nero's able to find 2, and he already does earn himself that cruise missile. 10 and 5 to start
Boston
this
looking
game.
good right
Finds
now.
another one onto Clay. Now Boston Breach are going to be able to get this final 15, but off the rotation, it's going to be some huge gunfights. At least the trade does come in from Beans.
That's indeed. I'll tell you what, man, if you're a Boston fan, seeing player number 4 in Nero having a great start to a map is typically a welcoming sight. I mean, how often have we seen it where comes into a series, has a point
Vivid
to
also
prove, he
going
comes out, looks
huge.
like one of the best players in the world, and right there extends that spree now to 4. It is 7 as a team. Beans eventually drops, but Breach continuing on their reign of terror, and now it could be Big Wake's opportunity. Ends up finding 2. Breach racking up the time, a few more away from reaching 100.
Oh man, that's just good work right there from Boston Breach, reading all the spawns all over the map, because Vegas Legion were getting back spawn, bedroom spawns, but they found all of those kills. We were able to basically hold this for a full
Just gotta
40
watch your
seconds
lanes.
as the SMGs are starting to come alive. We talked about Vivid.
Doing
He's
good work.
already sitting at 12 and 7. Didn't really have the best performance in that last series, but he's alongside his duo Nero, who are so far taking over this game.
Never talked about scoreboard. Well, that is a perfect example of it. Clay, as he hits the dust, goes back to the respawn screen. He'll load up at 6 and 13. We've talked about it. Trying to lead this Legion franchise to a championship Sunday. They have not seen too many Sundays in their history, but overall, we'll see if he can help lead the charge in. He eventually drops from there. Legion, they continue to fall by the wayside. Another clean 4 down. Breach are rolling right now.
Yeah,
Jay.
Legion are just going one by one.
100-point
They're not
lead.
finding any trades. They're just getting
Going in
picked
right
apart.
now.
And so far, Boston Breach are taking every advantage possible, as they're going to put themselves up by 100 points. They know exactly where the spawns are coming in. With only 30 seconds left, Vegas have to put pressure on. They have to find
Nero.
something, but Nero already 17 and 7. He has 2 minutes in the hill. He's Mr. Do It All.
I don't know, Jay. I don't know if I'm more shocked by the slaying levels that he has or the amount of time that he has after just a few hard points. Goodness sake, Nero.
Damn, he does almost have 2 minutes.
Stat sheet stuffer.
Wow.
So our first
That
few
is
hard
insane.
points. The first set of rotations aren't even
And he's
done
19
yet,
and
but
7.
Breach making this game already look out of reach. But we've seen crazier comebacks happen before, Jay, with this very same team and on this very same map yesterday. We'll see if Legion can eventually get things going as they're just trying to make their way through the kitchen.
Don't tell me they're trying to do this comeback again.
TJ is waiting to get the call. When is my time to rush on forward? Eventually elects to do so, but none
Plays
of
are
his
getting
teammates
gunned.
are walking away with their
They're
fights.
getting gunned by
Another
Boston
few
right now.
men down, a 100-point lead now.
Boston just too strong on the setup. You have players that are pushed out towards Kitchen. That's where Vegas Legion are trying to put a lot of pressure because they want to flip those spawns. But once Boston Breach win those gunfights, now you know all of Vegas Legion are coming from bedroom. Just have to win a couple of these fights. They can't find any openings. Boston have been playing some
Big
perfect
Wake
hard
is
point
freaking
in our first rotation
disgusting.
of these HPs. You know, with only 15 seconds left, Vegas Legion, they have to cut their losses. They have to basically do the same exact comeback like they did yesterday versus Thieves.
I mean, can lightning strike twice? We'll have to see. Tell you what, man, I feel like for Boston Breach, they're eager to get Cinderella out of this ball nice and early. 200 points before Vegas had even fully reached 70. Excellent work so far from pretty much everybody on the team. 23 and 14 for Vivid. But as we said, the star so far in this game one has been King Nero. 20 and 11. 2 minutes inside of the hard point. So many issues arising early for the Vegas Legion. We talked about it, how this opening hard point was probably going to tell the tape of how this series would go. And I tell you what, Jay, if it goes anything like this series very well could be over soon.
All right, well, Vegas Legion, it did a good job, though, finding a lot of time off of this P1. They're maintaining spawns for P2. Just had to hold the push through from Shandy's side as Vivid already finds himself in a great position. The trade is there for 2Real. But now 2Real's the only guy. He has to try to make big plays, but Beans with the beamer is able to take him down. So Boston Breach, again, are going to win that rotation over towards P2.
And now this break feels, I mean, absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
It feels like it has got to be here, and it's got to be now. Every kill is crucial as TJ strolling on forward, trying to lead the charge to the backside of the spawns. 203 to 106. Snapshotted it very well. Could be something that we reference again. TJ eventually dropped from
Austin
the back,
can
and
win
now it is
here.
all on to Clay.
They
Can he
have
win
to
the
break
fight
this.
versus Big Wake? Not going to happen. Head taken clean off there of the veteran. Vegas were looking for the break, and they've still yet to see it.
They have yet to find anything. It's always constant trades from the Boston Breach. They're getting those close spawns towards double deaths. Have a lot more bodies in this situation. But Vegas
Well,
Legion,
they're single
they
challenge.
cannot give
That's
up
what's
this
gonna
time.
happen.
Boston cannot win off this P2. If you give up this game, this time, the game is basically chalked up. So Vegas Legion gonna fight this to the very end with only 20 seconds left. Now you have to think about that rotation. It's all gonna be on 2Real. The guy who gets crucial kill after crucial kill, he has to do it again.
They have stunned. They've got the information.
Oh.
2Real. Good heavens. Able to drop two. 1v1 to the point. This is going to be huge. TJ is able to take it. I feel like if this was any other team, we could talk about this one is over. Legion starting to get a
not
bit of momentum.
again. They are
Down
not
by
trying to do
100.
this again.
Can they lead the charge? Does it start in kitchen?
It has to start in kitchen. You have to get a full 60 hole. Let's hit a couple snakes behind the counters as Clay is finally starting to heat right back on up. That's 3 dead in the feed. Vegas Legion, we've seen the comeback before. All 4 dead. Boston Breach spawning all the way across the map.
Vegas are
gonna be
not
some time
trying
before
this
action
again.
It's back into the play, but Vegas, they're fighting.
They are indeed. TJ, oh my God, nearly hit 6 in a row. Vegas, still alive, still thriving. These 20 points, I mean, you still got to fight for them. That's the issue of being down by this much, is the fact that Boston can afford to go for the scrap points, but Legion win those fights, and now it is a matter of a race.
Oh my.
TJ is the one who's going to have to scout for information. He wins his 1v1. Can Clay win his? Can Clay walk away with it? Yes, he does. A 2v2. No, a 2v1.
Whoa.
Clay
Whoa.
starting to heat up, eventually drops, and now this is when chaos can begin to ensue.
Vegas is starting to fight. They're bringing it all the way back. Boston Breach getting those close spawns in towards bottom bedroom, but Temp, he's a guy watching the cross. He finds his 6th kill in a row, earns himself that cruise missile, but Boston Breach, they're able to find the break.
calling it.
Temp has to invest that cruise. You have to get the information to your team. You have to at least try to find 1 kill.
Can it land?
Nope.
Trophies down, information gained. What can they do with it? 232, 176. Beans able to snap for 1. Soulmane alive at the point. Every single second continues
There's
to weigh
Beans.
on Vegas. Last time it was a heroic comeback. Now it could just be defeat. 2Real, 2Real, 2Real. Quick little triple there for him. But 9 seconds.
Lando's losing his
all you
voice.
need. Boston, 1 break and this game is done. Can Legion do it again as we head toward Restaurant?
This is how Legion were able to do it yesterday versus LA Thieves. Was getting a great hold in towards the Dynamo. Boston Breach, they already find the break. They're finding on the kills. They're trying to close it out right now.
Temp, he's got to know exactly where Beans is hiding. TJ ends up getting traded out. It's currently a free hard point, and 2Real will jump on in. As we said,
Oh,
1
wow.
break.
No way.
That you need. 2Real doing everything you
Okay,
can
they
to
got it.
stay alive in this party.
Wait, no.
Looks
Yeah,
to
Boston
be
got it.
spoiled. There you go. Boston able
win
to
that
take
one.
it after Vegas eventually started to
They
wake
tried
up.
though. Oh my God.
But not
They
on this
surely
day.
did
Not
try.
in back-to-back games. It cannot happen. Twice. Boston Breach, game 1 dub goes to them. 250-200 is our score.
Boston Breach just came out swinging early into this hard point, man. They were winning rotation after rotation. Vegas just couldn't get a hold, man. They couldn't get a hold on our first rotation of hard points, and Boston Breach put themselves up by 100. So all it came down to was winning a couple key gunfights, keeping the trades efficient, and eventually closing out the game all the way at Diner. Vegas, they started the fight though, man. They started the fight. They started to bring themselves right back into this game. And that's crucial because
I don't think this one's over yet. Not by a long shot.
In a losers bracket series,
not by a long shot.
250 to less than 100 points. So at least showing some fight. You will have some momentum going into that game number 2. But Boston Breach, they completely forgot about that loss. They were doing everything they needed to do right, winning their rotation, setting up properly. And when your SMGs came out to play the way that they did, Nero had such a great start to this game. He slowed down toward the very end, but you grow that lead the way that they did. Only a couple moments that have to go your way to close out the game. Boston Breach, take the first.
It's so funny, Jay. I feel like the first set of rotations and the second set of rotations were like 2 totally different hard point maps. Like we were given.
I mean, it looks, they were up almost 200 to 50. Vegas slowly started to bring it back, and then eventually they just weren't able to keep a hold of it. I mean, that's a long time to play perfect COD again in these pro leagues. It was this bar hill right here. Right after this one, they finally got broke. They lost a lot of time in that bar hill. Boston was able to get in there quite a bit.
Right, this game 2 doesn't feel like you have to take it, considering that game 3, of course, you want to. But this game 1 definitely gives them a padding, if you will.
Oh yeah, without question, man, because if you're Boston Breach, you just played this Fortress Search and Destroy versus Toronto Ultra. You lost all the way in round 11, and the biggest thing that caused them problem was their defensive rounds. They just gonna clutch up on that end, but like you said, man, circling that map number 3, that control map, where Vegas Legion have not been able to find a win in quite some time in that mode. 0-6 in the last 6 times that they have played it. So if you are Boston Breach, taking that first respawn was big. If you can come out and take this Search and Destroy, then you definitely have the opportunity to close this one out in 3.
Yeah, definitely do. We're going to take a look at all of our maps and modes here.
Fortress.
EV. We'll take a look at Fortress Search Destroy. We're also talking about that Fortress listed for game number 3. You know, the crowd's not super excited to see it, but who knows? Maybe we can see an attacking victory. Then we've got Embassy Hardpoint there for the game number 4, and who knows, maybe we could have ourselves a good old game 5.
I don't know.
Brad, you guys are nice and small. You look like ants out there. But tell you what, Jay, I'm excited, man. Fortress Search Destroy, it feels like lately when we've casted it, it is chaos.
Yeah, it's an
More
absolute
chaos
mix.
than normal.
It's a mix, man. When you think about how fast these rounds have to go, especially in early round number 1s, no trophy systems to work with, so you're trying to fight for all-out art control. So I'm super excited to see the battle between the SMGs, 2Real and TJ versus Vivid and Nero. Just all about those early fights, man. If they can find multiple first bloods, that's going to be the key. But I think for Boston Breach, in order to take down this Vegas Legion squad, it has to all start with TJ. TJ is the playmaker that makes his way into art. He makes it happen for the Vegas Legion. Even if they get first blooded on this map, they have a 47% win rate in 3v4. So it's never easy. But Boston Breach have to make sure that they're maintaining art control, finding those first bloods, and getting those bombs down.
Yeah, to kind of put that in perspective, I think, you know, for new fans out there, like 3v4 win percentage is normally like, what, like 20%?
Yeah,
so
it's not
yeah,
good.
The fact that Vegas, when it comes down to this map, are so well cultured, so well strategized when it comes down to being in these man-down situations. It feels like they're prepared for almost anything. But Fortress Search Destroy, a map that they love, a map that they have yet to lose. Can it continue to be a beacon of hope for them? As we look through the eyes of Donnie Timp, giving out those final call-outs, giving out some final words as they load in now for some good old Fortress Search Destroy, and there are the records, the stats that we have been referencing. Good God, Jay.
Oh yeah, those stats are pretty damn good. Vegas Legion undefeated on this map, and they're going to be the team on the attacking side to start this one off. They know Boston Breach have no trophy system, so they're not going to get aggressive on towards A. They're going to put the pressure onto them, but Clayster, he tries to jump up towards the top P1 trucks. He gets picked off by Vivid, 3v4.
Yeah, little did we know. We thought the SMGs, the crackheads were going to get involved. Nope, just turns out old man Clay wants to have himself a first blood engagement. Doesn't go his way, and from there, Well, the team has to rebound. As we said, they're typically good in 3v4s. All right, 2v4. How about that? TJ Temp, longtime teammates, back-to-back. What can they do? Doesn't look like a whole lot.
Yeah, now it's all up to TJ in the 1v4. He is going to get spotted, but the Beamer able to take down Vivid. Now 40 seconds to work with. Dead Silence is about to be earned. If you are Boston Breach, you just want to make sure you put yourself in a trade scenario. Now he is going to get heard. They get the information. Snipe the air a little bit. He's probably not going to invest his Dead Silence in this 1v3.
Yeah, that's his version of punching the air out of frustration. 1v3, 20 seconds to go. Put some nice shots into Beans. However, not able to walk away with our first. Clay try to go for the early engagement, and from there, nobody really able to walk away with anything. TJ, the only man who walks away with a kill in that opening round. Boston off to a nice start.
That round falls into the hands of Vivid because once he finds that first blow into Clay, he doesn't hesitate with the aggression up to the street side. He finds himself all the way towards back 18. He's able to take down the second. And then once he finds that second kill, you see all of Boston Breach is starting to be aggressive. Able to find the final kill onto TJ to make that round number 1 look easy. But this is where they have to focus up because Vegas Legion, they are stellar on their defensive rounds, even in the 3v4. Got to try to get this bomb down quick.
How about Temp bringing out the big guns? Vivid able to answer early. Temp does bring out that sniper, so Beans as well. Also wiped away here in round number 2. And it looks like with all that nade pressure, Legion are going to go ahead and back on up. Oh, Temp, where did that bullet go? Okay. Felt like that one was good, Jay. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely thought that sniper was going to hit,
I
but
think you did too.
with him not getting that kill, this is now going to allow Boston Breach to get this bomb down over towards A. So in the 3v3 retake, Donnie Temp with that sniper pistol, he probably wants to be the player to go in front of all his teammates. He's just trying to get the information, but Boston Breach, they're stalling out that clock.
They are making Legion come to them. Temp, is he ready for the fights? Vivid knows the spot. That one's able to land. Punches the bomb and says, oh yeah, that bullet eventually is able to connect. Currently with numbers, but time continues to tick. Can Temp win that fight? Yes, he can. Give me the defuse as Clay is there on Overwatch. Legion there for the retake, and Temp makes good on an early ghost bullet, 1-1.
Yeah, and that was a 3v4 round right there from Vegas. Great snipes coming in out of Temp to clutch that round on up. And also great in the retake situations as well. Temp opens it up, at least finds that first kill onto Beans. Finds 3 in the round with the sniper. No hit markers. That's super crucial as he just plays it super patient. Knows that Boston have to eventually tech this bomb.
Kapow with the snipe.
Vegas Legion successful in the retake. Tied up at 1.
Talked about it so often for the Legion, right? I mean, the storyline for them coming into this season was Temp needs some help, right? Temp just needs a good supporting cast, needs some players that maybe have some veteran experience, who've been around the block for a while. Such a big spot for him in his career. Not seen too many championship Sundays lately, but trying to lead the charge. Great snipes in that last round, but we are quickly here into round number 3. Temp has fallen, and so has TJ. So now it is Boston currently with numbers, but bomb is going to be planted. We'll see if they can make the retake now.
Yeah, so now into 3v2 for Boston Breach. Nero's going to invest that Dead Silence. They are trapping 2 real in towards the back of this palm tree. So now they're working up towards the street side. Clay's going to have his hands full. He's trying to time it correctly, but Nero's able to take him down. Now it's all lift up to 2 real. They know where he is.
I was going to say, man, for a moment, Clay, like when it came down to the mini-map, he is just hanging out in cannons, and it felt like he made probably a sound. Like just a fraction of a second, he makes his presence felt, and all of those arrows just completely swarm around him. A solid effort there for Legion, but as we said, Boston with numbers, and they make the retake. Back-to-back situations where bomb is down, and our teams on either side of the stage are able to defuse it. Breach goes up. And so far, it has been a wonderful performance from Vivid, sitting at 5-1 already.
Yeah, him and Nero so far are just setting the tone on this search and destroy. With the aggression that they are putting in towards Art, it's causing Vegas a lot of problems, but back on the attack. It's going to be Beans carrying that bomb. You have all of Boston Breach just holding down their cuts, making sure nothing fishy happens with any players in the Vegas Legion trying to hop their way up in towards top Art. Temp once again with the sniper, trying to find another successful round.
Yeah, we'll see that trophy be tossed out. Bit of information gained. Same thing can be said for Nero. He walks away with a fraction of HP. So both teams tested. Both teams bruised and battered already here in this round number 4. Will the plant go down again? Temp, he'll look to try to stop it. Will he see the peak? Will he get his chance?
Oh,
yes, he does. Not able to strike. But TJ, thankfully, is able to deliver. So far, it is Beans locking down things over at the bomb site. But TJ has got to do this all by himself. Too many players. Beans having himself around. He's getting loud.
Barely.
That's good work right there from Beans, because I told you he needs to step up and search and destroy. Didn't have the best performance versus the Toronto Ultra. Overall, 0.33 KD. But in this round, he's able to find 3 kills with great AR presence. Shuts down the sniper from Temp. No hesitation on the bomb plant. And it closes out the round with that final kill onto TJ. Boston Breach, 2 rounds in a row now.
Yeah, man, like that's a search and destroy performance that we expected of a player like Beans. Coming into today, I want to say, was like a 1.5 search destroy KD. Obviously here in Major 3, where he has made his introduction into the CDL. Unbelievably talented search destroy player. Trying to wield Boston to a massive W here in game 2, trying to go up 2-0 overall. Vivid peppering in some shots. DJ, well, he has to back up, and what does that do? It sets up the fast and hungry SMG duo to do it all. Vivid and Nero able to strike as they rush forward into cannons and make this round quick.
Boston Breach, they're just doing a great job of soloing out Clay. Like, they know that he's the island player. He's the guy that likes to watch flank. Obviously, you do your VOD review. You're going to know the positions that he likes to play. Because they can't find another first blood onto him and then don't stop the aggression up through street. Once they take care of him, you see all of the rest of Vegas Legion. They have to wrap back. Now you have to watch your back. But by that time, when you're rotating off your positions, you're opening up presence for the SMGs on the opposite side. As Nero takes them all down. That was a very quick round from Boston Breach. Don't forget, Vegas need to win this map because they're so bad at control. They need to come back.
Yeah, they do indeed. I mean, they lost Marky B on it just a few days ago. In major need of a wake-up call. His kills exchanged early. We're into the 3 versus 3, but you can tell it's Nero who's ready to strike. It's Nero who's hungry. A few shots peppered out. However, Awakening ends up falling, and now it could set up Nero to go for the pinch. Has Clayster read it? Has the veteran found out what the call is? Clay! A big gunfight to take, and now it all leaves it up to Beans. 1v3, what a clutch this could potentially be.
He has a lot of time to work with. Looks like he did pick up some information of a player playing in towards this corner. He's slowly going to work his way on up. Temp's going to get the sound cues, give the information to his team. And Vegas Legion finally are able to stop the bleeding with great plays coming in from Clay, shutting down that aggression up through the street side. He's able to find 2. And set up 2 real to take down the last round. You hear the crowd, they're starting to get behind Vegas Legion. They need every ounce of energy they can get.
Yeah, they absolutely do. As we said, when it comes down to really both of these franchises, Boston, they've had some great moments, just their second year in the CDL for Vegas Legion. They've been with us since the start. Obviously previously known as Paris, but trying to make it a championship Sunday, trying to wield this fan base into some excitement. Clay was able to get on the board last round. We'll see if he can strike for another one, and he will. First blood engagement goes to him. Crafty work there from Nero as he's able to stay alive. That will set up Beans, who eventually is able to find a kill of his own. Simple grab that objective in the meantime, still yet to plan it. Punching in the digits, trying to put the pressure on to Breach, 3v3.
3v3, but Nero finds himself in a great position again. Already puts himself in towards bottom art. Should be able to pick up this free kill onto TJ. Now you make it a 3v2. You know that Clayster's the guy that likes to play towards street. Temp take down Awakening, but Beans is there for the trade. All lift up to Clay. The old man, can he clutch up?
Oldest player in the league. Veteran, can he come away with it? 1v2, Nero able to drop him, and with that, Boston will be able to go up 5 rounds to 2 on a map that, as we said, Vegas have been spotless on. An 8-0 record that's about to have a 1 now listed in the loss column, unless something can turn around, unless something can happen. And as we said, Jay, this feels like disaster. This feels like disaster already for Vegas, considering the next map that we have.
They need to find something, man. Down 5-2, Vegas Legion. This game is far from over. We've seen some insane comebacks. Being down 5-2. Have to string something together. Attempt's gonna put down a couple bullets. Able to get Beans weak and take down Nero. They take the first blood, but look at Vivid.
Oh! Vivid! Able to strike for two.
Huge.
Clay instantly
That's it.
left it a
It's
1v3. Not able to clutch up last time. Can he go big this time? The team on his back. And it looks like he'll crumble.
Boston take map 2.
Boston
Vegas
Breach
gonna have to
answer
reverse
again.
sweep to bring this back.
And Beans is wanting to know when they're gonna show up. A 2-0
Beans
start.
yelling at him across the stage. And now they're gonna go back into the back and yell at each other.
Putting on one heck of a performance.
Wow, Boston absolutely take control of that search and destroy, as search was one of Vegas's strong points. So, Nero 10-4, Beans 8-2, Too Real a breadstick 1-6. Wow, just wow.
Look easy. Boston Breach are not trying to go home today. They're trying to make it to that championship Sunday. Just really think between Beans and Nero, those guys are just taking over the game. Early into the couple rounds, it was Vivid, finding the multiple first blood, non-stop aggression. But then once he started to slow down, that's when Nero started to step up. He had 6 non-traded kills, ends the map 10-4, all-out chaos when he was in towards the arc. Just making play after play, and then when you needed your AR to hold down a certain position, that's where Beans stepped up and got the job done. Tall task ahead for the Vegas Legion boys to try to bring this one back. And it all starts with a Fortress Control, the mode where they are the worst in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for I think what I interviewed Temp yesterday, he was like, if we can win a control, anything is possible.
Yeah.
Maybe with like the KG line. That I mean, hey, maybe we can even win a championship if we can walk away with a control. Does Vegas Legion, does their elimination bracket run, does the reverse sweep start here, or will Boston make quick work of the Legion boys? We will have to find on out. When we come back after the break, we are headed to some Fortress Control.
Fortress Control. Crazy map. This one could very well go the way of Boston too. Very easily. Could be the end of Vegas's run. Boston's tough, man. They were my pick to win this whole thing. So don't tell my optic friends, but yep, we'll have Optic, I believe, playing against Seattle. Wait, no, they already beat Seattle. They'll just play the winner of this one. Optic will be playing the winner of this one to play against the loser of Atlanta and Toronto. That's what it is. Atlanta and Toronto are still guaranteed top 3 because they're still 1-2 in winners bracket. They'll play tomorrow, probably first. Then probably will be Optic versus the winner of this one. And then right away, the Optic game that will play against, or, whoever wins against that one will play against the loser, Atlanta, Toronto. And then it'll be the grand finals after that. That'll be like the losers finals. We're getting very, very close to the end here. We're top 4 now. They're going for top 4. Because I think the loser of this one will be 5th place. And then the winner of the next one, Optic, and then the winner of this will be 4th place. Right? Yeah, and then the loser of that one will play the winner of that will be 3rd place. And and then the grand finals will figure out first and second. It's a little complicated, but without a bracket right in front of you. Checking out Twitter here. Kleenex looking good. Team Moms. Yep. As we're about to get into, could very well be the last map of the night if Boston can win this control match. Fortress Control could very well decide the whole day's matches right here and now. Or will Vegas start their reverse sweep run to maybe knock off Boston? Who knows? We'll find out. Coming right up.
Alrighty, friends, and welcome back to the final matchup of the day. Boston Breach taking on the Vegas Legion. It's been a long day for our folks and our friends here in the Texas crowd. Some of them have even been here since like 4 a.m. It's been a long day, Jay. And right now, I don't know if it's necessarily respecting our time, because I would love to go to a Game 5. But right now, Boston trying to get this series done as quick as possible.
4 a.m., man. Like, those guys are dedicated. They wanted to come out and see their hometown crowd, their hometown team put on an absolute show, and I think they've just that. But into this series, we go back again, man. Vegas Legion, they got to pray to the COD gods, brother, because they're playing Fortress Control where they lost this map to a coach. Like, that's super difficult when you take a look at our Stage 3 control stats for both of these squads. Obviously, for Vegas Legion, it's not pretty. 18% win rate on their attacking rounds, 42% on their defenses. But the overall team, KD, of that .8, we have to be able to slay, man, because everything is on the line right here. You lose this, you're going home top 6 again.
Jay, you know Clayster very, very well. I mean, he's one of your closest friends.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's typically the guy to really get the team going, get that momentum flowing. If you could mimic maybe what he's probably saying to the team right now, what do you think it would be?
It's not over till it's over, man. It's not over until that score says 3-0 for the other team. So you got to just keep on fighting. A 3-time world champ. I'm not a world champ, so I know his speech is going to be a lot different. But Clayster, the veteran presence on that Vegas Legion squad, you have to be able to rally the troops.
You do indeed. And for Vegas, they will start things off on attack. So I mean, if they can come out and get a few segments, that would be huge for them. Get some momentum flowing, trying to make Boston have to work a bit. But we know it, Fortress Control, very difficult for the attacking side. Often that right side of the map can quickly become a spawn trap if you're not careful. And Breach right now trying to set that up nice and early. So far for Vegas, it's only been 1 kill. We'll see if they can eventually get things going. And from there, the cutoffs seem to be found. Nero put himself in a spot to hopefully earn some streaks. Vegas run, Vegas fall. Kills continue to rack up.
Oh, man, that's another 3 dead in the feed. Vegas have not been able to breathe outside of their base. It's all lot pressure in towards Maps. Great stun, though, to at least slow down Vivid. But great teamwork coming in from Nero and Awakening, combining 4-3. So with only 30 seconds left, Vegas only found 2 kills on the round. You have to try to do something. It's looking like it's going to be a 4-man push right through the double doors, and it's on Nero.
See if they can make a last-second sprint. An opportunity, a 1v1 that's going to have to go their way, at least in terms of taking down Vivid, the first line of defense. But he backs up and allows for Beads to do the rest of the damage. 5 more seconds before round 1 comes to a close, and it's a nightmare. No segments for Legion. Boston a commanding 1-0 lead.
And they only got 4 kills in that round number 1, so we're talking about Vegas Legion trying to find something. That's not the way you want to start it. But at least you don't give up any streaks on the opposite side to the Boston Breach. Now, if you are Vegas Legion, you just have to repeat exactly what Boston just did to you. Not allow any segments to go in favor of Boston. Try to tie this game up. All out slaying on this defense. Try to earn some cruise missiles.
Oh, I was taking a look at that scoreboard. If your name's not TJ, you're combining for like 1 in 12. So Vegas, that slaying has got to improve, and it should when you're on the defensive side. But we know it for Breach, right? Really no pressure when it comes down to this round. All you got to do is walk away with 1 segment. That 3-man down spree should have left for them to get incredibly close to it. Tim, going to try to get a little bit of work done. He's hunting for information, searching for where Boston elects to go, but they're right on that point. Everybody's falling except for Temp. Information is fine, but you're not giving that to anybody. That is 1 segment. Now make it 2, a cruise missile that gets earned. Jay, this is just not looking good. This is getting worse and worse and worse. Full segment captured, another minute on the clock, and Beans could earn the 2nd streak.
And now Vivid finds himself in Tar. He's going to set up the flank, but at least Clay is there for the trade. I would like to see Vegas Legion put a lot of pressure over towards it because you know how crucial that is. And also, too, Real, to get 1 kill on the map, he finally is able to do so by taking down Beans. You still have to worry about the rest of Boston Breach, who is still roaming around your base. They find a couple kills. It's now 3 dead, but Vivid is still trying to roam. He's trying to make the play for Boston.
We know it, right? When it comes down to really Fortress respawns in general, but specifically on Control and SMG hanging out to the top side of cannons can do a lot of work, can do a lot of problems for the defensive side as they're finding kills effortlessly. That lane is open, and from there, Breach flow on in. 3 members stacking the point, trying to get another segment on the board. Last man alive is going to be Beans. He eventually drops, but the damage has been done. The dent has been created. 4 segments and still 1 minute and 30 to go.
And now if you are Vegas Legion, you got to at least put them in this trap. You allowed 4-6 to go in favor of Boston already, so that's not the best case scenario. But Clayster, he's starting to heat up. Finds himself on a 3 spree. Let's get the trophy down. Don't allow any tax to damage you. And Temp still holding down this top double window. So far they're keeping Boston Breach in that trap. But it's all about maintaining this because 11 to 10 in lives remaining. If Boston are able to chain a couple kills together, that can cause problems for Vegas.
Yep, it absolutely could. Too Real trying to get something going, right? Just get that gun hot. Eventually falls. Thankfully, found a few in a row. Same thing can be said for TJ. 45 seconds to go. But as we said for Breach, they've done a solid job. And for Vegas, maybe this could be the chance where they start to get things going. It could
Boston
be a
might have
defense
secured defense right
here
there.
on Fortress that brings them back. Clay is going to be sitting on the spree, and with that, Boston now left to no respawns remaining. Final 4 lives for them. Awakening will drop. Same thing for Vivid. All up to Beans and Nero, and in the meantime, well, they at least do find a few kills. Clay finding himself on an 8 spree as we close up round 2.
Not the cleanest work right there from Vegas, but they get the job done and secure the defensive round. And Clayster also does earn himself that cruise missile. But now in the back of your mind, you're thinking about how the hell are we going to get these segments? It all starts with the initial gunfights. You can't go 2 to 3 dead right off the rip because that's when Boston Breach are going to be able to set up the trap, put their ARs in towards the top double windows. And then your SMG is roaming all around map. So this break off is big. Vegas Legion need to find a way out.
And as you said, man, this opening engagement, this opening team fight is going to be huge. And Temp quickly gets taken down. Clay now on 9. Can he make it double digits? That would be nice, but I'll tell you what, he needs some teammate support first. He eventually does get overwhelmed. Breach well handled in the opening team fight.
Now Vegas Legion have to try to fight out of their base again. Right now with Boston full map control, they're maintaining maps, they're trying to make them overextend through stable side. As Vivid and Awakening, they cut them down. Now with only 55 seconds remaining, Vegas are only able to find 1 kill on the round. They're trying to find the trade, but Vivid is cutting them all down. That's 2 dead in the feed, make it all 4. As the SMG duo combines for that. Now all of Vegas with 40 seconds left. Have to try to get out, you have to try to get some seconds.
Yeah, you have to get at least a little bit of something right. get 1 or 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, 5, I don't know, maybe 6. Anything would be great. Anything would be nice. Thankfully, Clay finds a double headshot, so that will open things up for the moment here for Vegas. Their first real opportunity. Now, what do they do with it? Time continues to tick. Beans, well, he peels Clay off of that Hey Hetty. And from there, Nero, he will eventually drop. From there, TJ, the last man alive inside of the point, does not get close enough to getting a segment on the board. And that very well could do it for round number 3, Jay.
Oh, yeah, it's all chalk. Beans is just cutting them down. The ARs on the side of Boston Breach, able to find all 4 kills in the feed. Vegas Legion couldn't do it in the slaying, couldn't find any segments on their second attacking round. So now, they are put in a situation where they have to clutch up on the defense to at least force round number 5. They have to win that attack because Boston Breach, with those 4 segments, have guaranteed themselves that defense in round 5.
Yeah, that's the scary part here if you're Vegas. You got to do it. It's got to be now. It's got to be on attack. And in this spot, can they come up clutch? Defensive round here, but as we said, the attack all but guaranteed. They got to focus up. They got to be ready because here comes the onslaught. Here comes the aggression quickly for Breach. They send Vivid forward. He will fall. And the same thing can be said for Awakening. So with that, a solid start if you're Legion. But right now for Breach, I was going to say, they have a nice little setup going on to the top side of the map. Trying to get things to slow down and allow for at least either a B zone movement or at least someone to go over and get things stopped at A. That's going to be Nero's job for the time. Here comes Vegas now.
Vegas trying to break on in all-out pressure through the street side. Just have to take down Nero, who's just cutting them down again. He's able to find 2, Vivid with the 3rd. So they are maintaining that pressure. Already on a 5 spree is Vivid, and he's still roaming. Vegas Legion look like they're going to probably chalk this one up or at least try to push out through stable side. Over that, right now, Vivid is causing them so much problems. They don't want to take the wrong step. You have to find that kill. Now you take them off that point.
See if they're going to be able to do it. Tim, does he decide to go for this all by his lonesome? Yes, he will. Able to drop 1. Goes for the contest. Can teammate support arrive here in time because he's not going to be able to do it by himself. TJ, a little late to the party. Eventually does end up finding a kill. But by the time that he did, Boston had already grabbed all 3 of those segments. As we said, guaranteed already there in that round number 5. But they do a great job of at least adding another minute on the clock, giving themselves a chance to end it out here in round number 4. Vegas prepare, and the same thing can be said for Boston. What can they find as they drop 2 picks early?
Oh, those are big kills from Boston Breach. They find an opening. Now they're able to stop that clock by pushing right through the front. You have Vivid still roaming around in towards Art. He's able to take down TJ. And now this is where you got to hit the panic button. If you are Vegas, you have to put pressure on. You have to be able to take them off this point. That's another 2 dead in the feed. Second segment already done.
This could be it right here.
Might be done all right now.
This is it.
Might be.
That's
It might be, and that's going to do it. Boston clean this one up nice and early.
3-0, the first one of the day.
3-0 in the series.
We're going to call it here, though, guys. It's been a long day, COD, as Boston going to move on to face Optic tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in today. Tune in tomorrow for Champs Sunday action. Much love.